Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the weekly Roundup with Mountaineers' all-time winningest head football coach, Tim Camp. Coach Camp is currently in year 15 at the helm with the Mounties. Coach, thanks for joining us again today. How we doing?
We're excited for homecoming is how I'm doing.
Yes, sir. It's at that time of the year. Let's dive into this week's Roundup. This last week was a bye week for the Frontier Conference as a whole. You guys said, to heck with that, we want to play. You guys headed up to Kennewick, Washington for a scrimmage against Pacific Northwest Christian College. And now with that being an unofficial game, there isn't really a lot of coverage for that contest. But how did it go? How are we feeling after this kind of bye week / scrimmage that you guys had set up?
I think it was awesome. I put 59 guys on a bus, and we went down there together, and I think the experience for the kids, it was awesome. You know, to be able to go out there and play. This team had played 8 games. We got a bunch of guys that hadn't got a lot of live reps. So I think the overall experience was great for them to be able to get out on the football field and run our style of offense, defense, and special teams, and just to be able to play a complete scrimmage in game format, right? So I think it was a win-win for both sides. But at the same time, you can't replicate that in a practice, you know. So to be able to go out there and play somebody different in their schemes and basically their style of play compared to Eastern Oregon's was something that we couldn't duplicate in a practice. So I think the experience and the kids had a great time. Just getting on the bus, coming back, I hear them talking about it. You know, it's one of those things. It's so much different than practice when you get to actually play in real life situations. So I thought it was awesome. We're going to continue to do those type of things.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome experience. I mean, I know just from my experience, you know, in my playing days too, especially with practice, like you said, you know, it gets old going against the same guys every day. So
right.
I get that, man, for sure.
Just to be able to see somebody different in a different colored jersey was awesome for these kids. So
yeah.
I was super excited for them, and coming back out of it, very, very pleased. You know, you had an opportunity to see a couple of guys go out and do a really good job that is going to be able to earn playing time this weekend against Northern at homecoming. So those are the things that you're looking for, because I was always talking about being able to evaluate these guys, and then to evaluate them in live situations versus another opponent is something that the film doesn't like, you know. So to take a look at it, hey, this is what you got, or hey, this is what we got to work on. So again, so it was a really good day for Eastern Oregon.
Awesome stuff. Let's flip weeks and look at the upcoming week here for homecoming, right? So conference bye week now officially over. You guys start off this last 4-game stretch of the season with Montana State Northern this weekend at home for homecoming. It'll be the second to last home game for the Mounties, and you're taking on an opponent that's reeling a little bit after 2 big conference losses. Northern took on Montana Tech a few weeks ago, lost 73-0, and then lost 47-3 to Carroll in their last conference game. Of course, we have to look at last year's marathon game too when you take into account these 2 teams. The Mounties traveled up to Havre, Montana, and that game went into 5 overtimes, you know, a knockdown, drag-out fight between the defenses. Northern ended up edging out the win by 2 points. Regardless, new week, new season, you got a couple of hungry teams. What are your overall thoughts heading into this homecoming game?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, like we always talk about, is being able to play our style of football. You know, continue to play for 4 quarters, and you know, playmakers make plays. We got guys. We got guys that can make plays. Now we need to step up and make those plays. It doesn't matter who you play, right? We have several opportunities against Rocky Mountain College. We have Carroll College and several different opportunities. It's just the time to be able to step up and do what you're asked to do and make plays. Call a good football game and put it all together. You know, and for homecoming, with you got everybody coming back. You know, that's what I'm so excited about. I've been getting phone calls for the last 3 weeks, text messages for the last 3 weeks. Hey, I'm coming back. We want to be able to put on a show. We want to be able to demonstrate what we are capable of doing. And to be able to do that, you have to have a good bye week. You have to have a good week of practice, so you can go out there and showcase what we've been working on, right? And at the end of the day, just being able to do what we do and to be able to do it consistently and be committed to doing those things. And, you know, the message to the team is, are you doing everything you can? Are you doing everything that you possibly can each and every day? Take a look at yourself. Coaches, take a look at yourself. Are you doing everything you possibly can so we can go out there and we can put a great product on the field and come out of there feeling really, really good about ourselves and with a win. Those are the things that we're talking about each and every day to try and create these young men an opportunity to be able to say, hey, you know what? I can do more right there. I could have reached that guy a little bit. I could have run that route a little crisper. I could have drove that ball a little bit better. I could have tackled through that just a little bit more, right? I could have sit in the front row in my math class just a little bit better, So we're just trying to get them to understand and to believe that, hey, you know what? Hey, this is a great opportunity, and everything that's happened this season, I look at as an opportunity. We got to do this, that, and the other to be able to get to what we want. And at the end of the day, you keep believing, you keep fighting, you keep clawing, good things are going to happen for great people who want to continue to work hard.
Right. And, you touched on, obviously, the great part about homecoming, all alumni coming back and just the environment that is created with all the different events and everything like that. I mean, what's your favorite part of, homecoming week?
Well, I think the big thing is we changed how homecoming was here. We win. Mounties don't lose homecoming, right? And that's been the motto for the last 16 years around here, is just being able to say, hey, you know what, we're going to work for it. We're going to put that product out there. I think the best thing is to be able to see the generations of people coming back, and to be able to come to this beautiful campus, because it's changed so much, right? I've never had an opportunity to go back to Oregon State for a homecoming game, but when I take my family down to Oregon State and see how much it's changed, I got to believe that the same thing and the same feelings are going through the Mounties as they walk back to campus. They see the new turf field, they see the new track and field complex, they see the new indoor complex, right? So all of these things that they're a part of, they built it a long time ago. So to be able to see the smiles on their faces when they walk back in here and they see how much that they had worked for, everything's paying off, and I think that's one of my favorite things is just, and then not only that is just to be able to hear the stories. Hey, remember that day when you said this, or hey, remember when we did that? All of those things are priceless to me, and it just makes my day, because it means that we were factors in their lives, and for them to be able to come back to a great university like Eastern Oregon is something very, very special, and I don't take that lightly.
Awesome. Yeah, that's definitely awesome stuff and memorable for everyone coming back. It's, another thing we spoke about the environment and stuff like that comes with homecoming. The environment in a little bit of a different facet or view. We look at the forecast this weekend. It looks like a possibility of some rain, a little bit of weather, which for the most part we haven't seen much of this year. Do you see that playing a big role in this game?
You know what? I think it'll play a big role if you let it. Okay, and the big thing is we're preparing for those type of things. And yeah, you're exactly right. It's been beautiful around here, but we are preparing for rain. And you got to squeeze that ball just a little bit more. You got to make sure you got a few more towels out there. But at the end of the day, they got to go through it too. And the team that takes care of the football, the team that values the football in just about every game. It don't matter if it's 100 degrees out or if it's 20 degrees out and snowing. It's the team that values the football. That's the team that's going to win the football game, right? And that's something that we've been not harping on, but you got to express it to the guys. Hey, these are the things that are going to lead to victories. These are the things that are going to lead to first downs. These are going to lead to playing time. So we got to continue to obviously monitor the weather, but it really never plays a factor with me.
Gotcha. Well, like you said, control the ball and take care of the ball. That's one key to winning every game. What else? Is there two other keys that you could give us for getting a big win here on homecoming?
Yeah, we got the number one thing you just said is take care of the football. And really number two, and I only have two this week, and that's playmakers make plays. Offense, defense, special teams. That's what we've been focusing on for the last 2 weeks, really coming out of Rocky, is to making sure that our playmakers are in position to make plays. And I think we got a great game plan in all three phases. And again, try to put something out there that the fans and the alumni can come back and they can be proud to watch and say, hey, I played there. I was part of that. And this is who we are.
Awesome stuff. Well, as always, Coach, that's all the time we got, but we appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you.
I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to see all the alumni coming back for homecoming. Mount up.
Yes, sir, mount up. The Mounties are going to take on Montana State Northern for their annual homecoming game this coming Saturday at home in Community Stadium. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. Thanks again for joining us on the weekly Roundup. Don't forget to follow Mountaineer Athletics on all of its social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching @EOU Athletics. We'll see you next week, Mountie Nation.